Well, more and more of you are reaching out to 8 News Now about falling victim to unemployment fraud. Good evening to you. I'm Brian Loftus.
And I'm Kirsten Joyce. This week we've shared concerns many of you are having about filing a complaint and not getting a confirmation. Today, Joe Moeller spoke to a fraud expert with advice on what people should be doing. Good evening, Joe.
Hey, good evening. After our story aired yesterday, many did reach out to us with the same sort of problem. So today we've talked to a fraud expert and actually someone who reached out to Dieter, talked to an employee about this issue.
I'm more concerned with how rampant this is or could be.
Michael Burton is a business owner and lawyer. Someone filed for unemployment using his name. He was worried trying to call Dieter after getting a letter from the department.
First, I was shocked I was able to get through. I'd heard all the same stories.
He explained what happened and says a Dieter employee told him what to do.
They simply said that that was probably fraud and to basically respond to the inquiry I got as the employer and let them know that it was not a legitimate claim. And I did that, and I faxed it in and kept a copy.
He says he sent the fax and that was it, but he kept the records he sent in.
You want to report that fraud to your employer. You want to report the fraud to the state's unemployment benefits agency, and if possible, report the fraud online.
Most people say they are not sure if a complaint is done if it is sent. Sean Connery is a fraud expert, owner of Orbis Solutions, Inc., and an author. He says the more records you can keep, the better.
Keep any confirmation or case numbers you get. Keep a record of anyone you speak with, who you spoke with, and when you spoke with them. And finally, review your credit report often.
As to how fraudsters are getting people's information, he says it could come from a number of places.
Fraud's going to take place just because every time you hear about a breach, more and more information is being filled out in the dark web. They're going to be able to fill out what's called a FOLSI. I'm going to get your address, your social security number, your driver's license number. I'm going to get more and more information with every breach.
And according to Dieter's website, if you do file a complaint after receiving one of these letters, you will not necessarily be contacted back. If you are contacted, it is to help the investigation. Reporting live, I'm Joe Moeller.